Whew. What up, y'all? Your boy Katie's here, man. We're about to check out this Resident Evil 4. This is the VR remake that he's doing right now. I think it's an Oculus exclusive, I believe. Um, I'm not currently on Oculus right now, Oculus VR. I'm heavy on see behind me back here, PlayStation VR. I was thinking about picking up the Oculus Quest 2, but hopefully this might be just a timed exclusive. Hopefully it starts on Oculus, maybe it moves over to PSVR or something, whatever. But man, yeah, I'm hyped for this. Big Resident Evil fan. So the fact they did like a full VR remake, I'm gonna check this out and see. This gives like a detailed, hands-on preview of what's in store for that. So man, let's check this out, man.
Resident Evil 4 has been re-released on nearly every platform, but the upcoming Resident Evil 4 VR for Oculus might be the first time since 2005 that Capcom's seminal survival horror game feels completely new.
And they really
Resident Evil
took the
4
time
VR
to...
isn't some sampler running you through the best parts of the 2005 classic.
Wow.
This is the full game remade in virtual reality,
Looks
and you'll
pretty
be able
crispy,
to experience every area, puzzle, and boss fight in a new light. And I'll be the first to tell you that this might be the first time in a long while that I've been excited to play through the entirety of Resident Evil 4 again.
For real.
Resident Evil 4 is best known for modernizing the Resident Evil formula and pivoted the series towards a more action-oriented direction. Gone were the slow-paced controls and sluggish gunplay. It introduced a new, faster third-person combat system while expanding the arsenal with new weapons and melee attacks. All of this translates well in virtual reality.
One of my favorite
if you've played a first-person shooter in VR, you'll know that if there's one genre VR excels at and potentially surpasses the console experience, it's a shooter. To this end, much of the original Resident Evil 4 experience has been remade to be interacted with. Weapons are a good example of this. All the tools a player needs will be somewhere on their person and can be grabbed as necessary. Need to pull out a gun? Grab it from your waist. Need to heal yourself? Your health items can be grabbed from your left shoulder. Pull out a knife? Holster on your chest. Reloading your weapon is done in real time as well. Your ammo is in a pouch on your left side, and you'll need to physically pull out ammo cartridges and load them into your weapon. The whole experience has a learning curve, but once you develop the muscle memory, it's almost second nature. Puzzles have also been remade so they can be interacted with. One puzzle, in the church area, requires players to move different colored lights correctly to form the right shape. In the VR version, you'll press virtual buttons on the machine to move around the lights the right way. Items are also handled in a full-size virtual window where you can pick up items and rearrange them by physically moving them around. And saving your game is done on a fully interactive typewriter, which might be my favorite thing ever. Not everything is in VR though. All the cutscenes in the game aren't viewed in first person, but on a virtual theater screen. And anytime Leon does an action like climb a ladder or jump through a window, RE4 VR switches from first person perspective to the same theater view. It's not a very elegant transition, but I understand why it was done. I doubt jumping and rolling out of a second story window would be pleasant in VR. The more serious issue is how some of the combat encounters translate into the new format. Resident Evil 4 was a much more action-oriented...
Hold on, I understand like the tuck and roll thing in VR, that's gonna be a little weird, but going up the ladder and then going to like that weird view, I don't know, that's like seeing it on the screen, that looks a little weird. They could have just kept the ladder animation, right? I don't know.
Oriented turn for the series, and that included adding a lot of intense mob encounters. On consoles and PC, this wasn't a problem, but in VR, the intensity and the difficulty of these encounters are substantially increased. Fighting a wave of enemies by pulling your weapons from holsters and reloading them in real time can be incredibly thrilling, but if you're partial to motion sickness, you'll likely be playing using the teleportation controls, and getting away from a mob with this kind of movement while physically managing your inventory is quite the challenge.
Now for me, I also played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. And so I'm kind of used to having like the aiming controls like that. Yeah, and also I've kind of built up a good resistance to motion sickness. Cause I think that's what most people who play VR. I think it's important that you play something that's something like Beat Saber. It has a very low chance of you getting some sort of like motion sickness from that game. Or Super Hot games where it allows you to move around and like physically move around with your legs and you can walk around, and that's depicted inside the headset. But games where you got to control yourself moving, and it really throws off your body, man. And so, yeah, that's something you do have to like
Boss fights elicit a
build
different
up.
reaction altogether.
Ooh,
There's nothing quite like fighting El
up
Gigante in
close.
virtual reality, staring up at his towering figure while shooting him with
Yeah,
everything you have.
scale. Sense of
Similarly,
scale in
there's
VR
also
is
nothing quite like
incredible.
seeing this entire gloomy world in VR. You can almost smell the rot and blood in the village, but there are also moments of serene beauty you can only experience for the first time in VR. If you've skipped every re-release of Resident Evil 4 because of the incremental changes made for each version, Resident Evil 4 VR is the most substantially different take on the game I've seen in a long while, and I'm eager to fully revisit this exhilarating nightmare when Resident Evil 4 VR is released this October. For more traditional shooters not in VR, check out our preview of Far Cry 6, and for everything else, keep it right here on IGN.
Hold on now. Real talk though. Real talk. I would go pick up. I would go pick up the Oculus for this game, bro. And it's coming out next month too, in like a few days. Yeah, yeah. This would be the game I would definitely pick up, man. Resident Evil 4 is one. Actually, it's one part of the game I really didn't care for. The babysitting parts where Leon has the um guide the president's daughter, and then some parts where I think you actually got to play as her. Those parts was like I remember being like, all right, but yo, oh, and then those chainsaw guys coming after you. Now I wonder now, are they gonna have the mercenaries mode on there? Because I loved the mercenaries mode for Resident Evil 4, man. That was dope. So that's like a extra mode that they always have once you beat the game. They don't always have it, but most of the games have it. 4, 5, 6. Resident Evil 7 didn't have it, but they brought it back with 8. Um, but yeah, so you can just pick like a level, and it's like a time trial. You gotta like get it back as many kill combos as you can, and try to survive as long as you can until time runs out, and try to get like a real like the highest score. Hopefully that's like comes with the game, or maybe like an update to get later or something like that. But yo, I'm always in for this, bro. Y'all might see me stream this, man, for Halloween right here, man. Go pick up the Oculus Quest. Um, Oculus Quest been selling pretty well, man. I know it's getting a lot of good content over there. So I know it's coming pretty soon. I think they're working on the Oculus Quest 3, I think. That might be coming out kind of soon. Maybe like next year. Because I think they do a headset one like once a year or every 2 years for that. I think. Might be wrong, bro. Anywho, man, let me know how y'all feel, bro. I'm ready for this. I'm all about that Resident Evil, bro. I played all the mainline games, uh 1 through 8. So with that, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.